Good morning everybody and welcome back to another video where today is a very special day while we break down everything you need to know about the LEGO Zelda leak, and this is coming from a LEGO and Zelda self-proclaimed expert, and we're just going to go through it. I'm not showing the images because they are marked as confidential, therefore I'm not showing them, so look forward to some weird illustrations or like recreations on your screen. So the general description of this model is it is a great deku tree. However, the special thing about this model is a two-in-one, meaning that you will be able to transfer parts to build either the Breath of the Wild version or the Ocarina of Time version. This is no simple aesthetics conversion, this is a complete from the ground rebuild, with the only thing they share being the same black border and same footprint. Almost all of the parts from one will have to be taken apart and reused to build the other. So if you really want to have both on the shelf at the same time, then you will need to buy two. Now the set contains three figures, Breath of the Wild Link, Breath of the Wild Zelda in her research outfit, very important difference there, and Child Link from Ocarina of Time. Child Link from Ocarina of Time appears to have a new hair hat combo as well as short legs, potentially including the Troll's Leg skirt, however this is unconfirmed, as well as the Kokiri shield printed on an existing shield element. Following this, we have Breath of the Wild Link, who is in his champion's tunic and sports a new Master Sword mold, most likely with a purple hilt. Remember, all of these details are unconfirmed. Potentially a Hylian shield or Traveler shield or some other known shield, and also a new ears and hair combo. And then finally Zelda is in her research outfit, which doesn't make too much sense given that she visited the Great Deku Tree in her praying dress. However, it is always good to get her in this outfit. It's her best outfit from the game. And she is also appearing with a new hair and ear combo, maybe a Sheikah Slate, however again, not confirmed. Now focusing in on the models, if we look at the Ocarina of Time build first, we can see that Navi is indeed present. She looks to be printed on a fishbowl element and then mounted on side of an antenna piece. We also have Deku Baba's present outside the front of the tree, made in a very unique style and something that I didn't think was possible. We also have mushroom builds outside, similar to the A-frame cabin and the builds seen in this set, as well as a potentially new bush mold in the bottom right corner, which could be a recolor of an existing part, but it's impossible to tell and could be intended to look like the two-dimensional 3D plants in Ocarina of Time back in 1998. Further on from this, we have a logo at the front, and what's interesting here is that no matter which model you build, you have this dark tan logo, and that is the Breath of the Wild logo. However, they did not recolor this to be red to match the Ocarina of Time one. It is just Legend of Zelda. Personally, I would have preferred this to just be block red, and they went forward with that. However, they are just sticking with one here. There's also this weird puddle of water in front of the Deku Tree, which we know it to be non-canon. Is a bit strange, and we're unsure why they've included it. It may be removed from the final version. Second thing to note about the actual tree itself is he looks fantastic, and the mouth in particular looks like it can be hinged in order to open the door to the dungeon. We don't know what we'll find inside, but my hopes would be potentially a 40% chance of there maybe being a Goma build. However, do not take that for granted. There is a Deku Scrub on the far left of the forest floor using a rotated Technic brick and some eyes. It's potential that he could shoot Flickfire missiles at a minifigure, however this is unconfirmed. The Deku Tree has potentially possible eyebrows, however looking at the build it seems particularly unlikely, and we're pretty sure that there will be a hollow interior with at least a reference and potentially some actual interior rooms. As for the other things I'd like to see on this tree is maybe some graffiti of like some sketched in like sort of graffiti into the wood, so like we saw on the LEGO Ideas treehouse with the Love the World sticker. However, here we could see something maybe like the Triforce or one of the drawings around Link's house, or potentially even a reference to Skull Kid. Moving on to the second, we have the fact that this is based off Breath of the Wild, so the tree is completely different and looks a little bit goofy in the leaked image. However, this is because of the negative space around the nose. He's lifted off the ground, leaving space for the Korok underneath, which is accentuated by the cooking pot, which is found underneath, which looks perfectly accurate to the game. There's also Koroks included in the set, very small build at a nice small scale with printed faces on rounded tiles to make them look like the leaves, and they are all holding the stalk element in green to make them look like they're flying. There appears to be 3 in the set, although one is the only one that we can confirm. We've talked about the minifigures and the molds here. However, there is also a build for Hestu in this model, which is very similar to a couple of fan designs we've seen. I think that his beard is a printed element, and while his maracas look a little bit oversized, he is here and included. They've gone for the tan version of the Master Sword pedestal, and we're pretty sure there will be no way that they will not include a sword insertion feature, even if no effect happens. There are bigger side trees on the side of this one, and it definitely looks a lot more like the Korok forest. This one again, most likely hollow, and potentially has posable eyebrows or some feature of his face. He also has leaves at the top, which are using a mixture of lavender, pink, and flesh-coloured pieces to represent the cherry blossom-like tree that he is. And then there's also some silent princesses that have been spotted around the pedestal. Furthering this, of course, there's a weird amount of overlapping colours for a 2-to-1, which suggests that a lot of these pieces may be ones that are not used in the second build. Therefore, if you build the Ocarina of Time tree, you're likely to have, well, the pink leaves, as well as a lot of other parts left over. My one big hope is, of course, that the figures, such as Hestu, are buildable even if the Ocarina of Time tree is built, and Hestu pieces are not included in the main structure of the build for some reason, meaning you can have Hestu displayed alongside your Ocarina of Time tree if you really want to. That was a brief rundown of everything we've seen inside this set. If you want a longer, more detailed breakdown, as well as more of my thoughts on the set, as well as my good friend Noah R and his amazing takes from his custom sets, please watch our hour-and-a-half long podcast, I think. In the more, keep it here, where we're going to be talking about LEGO Zelda for the foreseeable future, including lots more customs and lots more analysis of the news. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your day.